Previously on the kids' table.
Sit, bad dogs.
After being left behind and occupied Crane's Rest,
Y'all take care of yourselves now.
V was mind controlled to attack her friends.
All right, hounds, get 'em.
Luckily, Serena, with a deft use of her mage hand, freed V from the God of Power's control. But why has the Goddess of Knowledge sent our heroes to this strange cave in the first place? And what's on the other side of that door? Find out on this episode of
We didn't even get a break.
The Kids' Table.
V has just healed Six Tails and brought you back. She has just told the dire wolves to sit. And Seren, who is very hurt, looks up at her and says, Did it work? Who do you work for?
Ha ha ha! That is very funny.
Who do I work for? I don't really work for anyone. I'm like a druid from the woods. I'm sorry. I've just got this terrible headache. How did I end up here? What's happening?
Sharon, I would like to meet... Wait, no. I would want you to meet our friend V. V is a half Goliath, who is not mean.
She's
a friend of ours.
Are you sure about that? She hurt me pretty good.
Sorry, Sharon, about that, but did you not notice about that collar that I just threw off?
My apologies, sir. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's gotten into me. I think it was that jewelry, that necklace that was around my neck. I kind of have fuzzy memories, though. Did I hurt anyone?
Yeah! He says, pointing to his arm that's got a big gash in it.
Well, may I help you with that?
Okay.
So I'll go over and say a phrase in Goliath that should heal him a bit. Let's see, how much? 5 by 5.
Well, I mean, Seren's not a very strong person, so that actually heals his arm quite a bit. You can see his skin sort of knit together a little bit. The bleeding stops, and he sits up on the cavern floor and says, Okay, you've convinced me, you're good. Right, let's go see what's in that room. And he hops up and he starts to run towards the room. Okay, wait. Rosalie.
May I be healed? I have 1 HP, please.
I can't do anything about that, as he says as he runs away.
I have healing word, right?
Who put the collar around you, V?
I don't recollect how that got around my neck, but I do remember a little bit. I was with that guy that we saw when we were together, the guy in the black robes. I just had these orders to kill Mr. Seren here because he was getting too close to uncovering some secret of the gods, which I don't even know what that means, but...
Is my dad okay?
Yeah, I don't recall seeing your father, young Six Tails. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
So I don't know.
You hear Seren call to you, though. From down the hall. He's like, come see what I found!
Guys, I think the DM wants us to move on. I think let's go.
So you're a motley crew at this point. The 5 of you have reunited. You now have 2 giant direwolves with you and a duck.
Oh, a duck.
And you go back to where this door was that you used those tiles to open. Kaz is sitting on Seren's shoulder in this room. This room is very weird. None of you have ever seen anything like this room. It is not pitch black.
Okay.
In fact, there are lots and lots and lots of lights inside. There are flat panels all around this room.
Like solar panels?
That are lit, and you can recognize letters and numbers.
Wait, all of us?
Moving on the panels in light. You can see in front of some of the panels these sort of flat platforms, these small flat platforms that have like buttons and stuff on them.
Is this, what is this called?
Seren looks up from one of these panels, and you can see his eyes are big, and he looks so excited. He's like, I have no idea what any of this is. This is amazing, though. Watch what happens when I do this. And he pokes some of the buttons.
I was just gonna say something to him that I was gonna say, Seren, don't you dare touch something before you do.
Before you can say it, he starts to poke some buttons.
Oh no.
And on the panel right in front of him, the buttons that he pushes cause lights to come up on the screen.
Okay, that's good. Or not.
Sophia.
All I can imagine is like electronic looking lights, but are we in the future? What's happening? what time, what
This
century are we in?
doesn't look like anything you've ever seen before.
Okay.
Like us, the players, or us, the characters?
You, the characters.
Oh,
You, the
no.
players,
This.
maybe have seen certain things like
Is this Land of the Lost? Are we like gonna find little things that glow?
Ta-da!
Wow, now who's making the really old references? Land of the Lost. I had Darkwing Duck.
Darkwing?
I'm trying to. Yeah, but the family was from the future, and then they get stuck back in time, and so I'm trying to like.
As you guys are taking this in, on one panel you see what looks like a map in lights. It's like a lit up map.
Is this like Star Trek? I mean, are we looking at screens? Do they look like screens?
I mean,
With lights?
Sophia wouldn't know that, but yes, basically yes. So you see a map.
My theories of the entire. I've had a theory.
You want a deep lore? I'm giving you the deep lore, man.
I've had a theory since episode 0.
Okay, you
and
can't tell me.
It's happening.
Okay, so is a map, and you can see there's a point glowing on the map. I need anybody who wants to make what kind of
A
a check?
history check
I mean,
to see if I've ever seen a map like this.
actually, you know what?
Wait,
History would be a good check for this.
Me
So
too.
anybody who
So
wants to can make a
excited.
history check.
Mine is. I'm equal 3.
13 plus 5 is 18.
Rosalie's got 18.
I also got an 18.
He's got an 18.
What number? What is
Beckett,
17, 18, 19, 20.
Sophia or Serena's got a 20. Six Tails, you're gonna roll and add 2.
I don't know why.
And add 2.
5.
17. So
Wait, how
everybody
much?
but Six Tails. This is a map of this of this area of
Yeah.
your continent.
Yeah.
You recognize the shape of the coast, especially.
Cold.
And the point, you see sort of the drawing of the coast. You see symbols, and one of those symbols is glowing, is pulsing with light,
Is it?
and that is roughly where you are.
Are there any other symbols on the map?
There are.
Do we Okay, 2 questions. Do
Mhm.
we recognize where Crane's Rest would roughly be, and
Mhm.
is there a symbol there?
There is, and that symbol is in red.
Red?
All of the rest of the symbols are in white.
Is there a symbol that's like this? The God of Secrets?
So one panel has something that looks like a map. One of the other panels is a circle, and that circle is broken with a V. So it's like a circle like this and a V.
Like
And there's
a circle?
symbols all around the circle. Some of the symbols are in white, and some of the symbols are in dark gray. Like 3 of the symbols are in dark gray, and all of the ones that are in dark gray are on the underneath of the V. The symbol of the God of Secrets, the one that looks like this, is one of the symbols at the top of the circle. When Six Tails points this out, in particular, Sophia, you recognize one of the white symbols on the bottom is the symbol of Mori Worlds.
What is the symbol of the God of Power?
The symbol of the God of Power is something. The best way to describe it is it looks like a lightning bolt. That's another one of the symbols at the top.
Yeah, so that's like the greater gods. That.
So you say that, and Seren, who's been like poking buttons a little bit faster, he's starting to play more with this thing. Looks up and says, "Oh yeah, that's a chart of the Pantheon of the Ascended." And then he looks back down, and then his eyes get really big, and he looks back up, and he says, "I don't recognize all of those symbols."
Huh.
And he leaves the panel that he's in front of, and he goes and stands in front of that panel, and he starts pointing to symbols and naming them. This one is the one for the god of beauty. This one is the one for the goddess of knowledge. He points out Ismianes. And then he starts pointing out the lesser symbols. This one is for the god of the forests and the god of the stars. And then he points at the three that are gray, and he says, "I don't know these symbols. I've never heard of these symbols. I don't know. Do you think they're new gods?"
Nah, that can't be, I think.
Serena, roll an intelligence check. You wanted to do something. This is a good one. So roll your d20 and add 3.
I'll roll the same thing, minus plus 2.
Okay.
Wait, I got... Is this a 16 or a 19?
That's a 19.
Oh, 19...
Plus 3?
20, 21... I'm rolling so many low numbers today.
Six Tails, you are...
4!
You're just like looking at this thing, and you are... There's so many lights, it's sort of overwhelming.
6!
Serena, it occurs to you.
No.
Maybe the reason nobody has heard, or Seren hasn't heard of these 3 symbols, is because they belong to gods or goddesses that don't exist anymore. Seren has gone back to the panel and is...
I'm sorry, what's
typing-
on the panel? What does he see on the panel?
There are, as you look at this panel, the buttons, they are letters and numbers.
Okay. Wait,
In-
you just
in
person
what-
ran.
What language?
Ooh, that's a great question. They're in Draconic.
Draconic? Do I speak that?
You do.
Yes. Wait, do I?
You see Seren typing on these symbols in Draconic. And you can see that the symbols that he is, the buttons that he's pushing are coming up on this panel, and he is making words. You can see that he writes his own name, and then he writes all of your names.
What happens if he
that's a
writes
weird
God of Power
thing.
history?
Interesting. All right. Fooled, mocked. The dragon, the Draconic word for history, and you say it. Oh, thank you, Six Tails. And he types it, and he pushes a large button, and words just start scrolling across the screen. You guys, none of you
Are we in
recognize
front
it.
of a computer?
Yes, Six Tails. You can read the words that are coming.
How about type in what are the 3 dark gray symbols?
Hold on. I'm trying to. Draconic is like the 5th or 6th language that I learned. This is so much. And you hear a voice behind you.
Oh, not again. Is it a
That says, those 3 symbols are 3 of the gods that have been sealed away.
Is it the God of Knowledge? Is it
You turn around, and you see Ismiane.
what?
And she is smiling down at the 6, 7, 8, however many of you there are at this point.
Oh wait, there is
And she says, "You have done well to get this far,
What?
but I fear that time is running short.
Short.
The god of power and the god of secrets are moving.
Wait, what do they mean by moving?
They are moving against me. I fear this is the last time that I will see you for some time. So, I have knowledge. This is a place of great power. But this is not the only place like this. There is another place like this, where you 3 come from."
Wait, who do you mean 3? That
from
Crane's
Crane's
Rest!
It has been corrupted. It has been turned to the powers of just the god of power and the god of secrets. They do not wish this information, the knowledge stored in rooms like this, to get out. Do you have a question, 16?
Who are the gods that are sealed away?
You see that she takes a breath, and 3 things happen at the same time. The first thing is her eyes get very wide, and she disappears.
Seriously.
The second thing, her symbol on that panel goes gray.
They've started seeing.
And the third thing that happens is that Kaz, who is sitting on Seren's shoulder, this glowing turquoise fox, the glow disappears. But the fox stays.
Is he just a normal
And
fox?
Seren, who's just sort of gazing up at Ismiene, tilts to one side
What?
with the weight of this fox. Kaz falls to the floor and yips and says, "Oh, she got... I can't fool her.
Wait, he can't
I can't fool her. Where did she go? Where did she go?" And and he's like cowering on the floor.
Casper, sorry.
And Seren says, what? And he turns back and he starts furiously pushing buttons. And you can see what he is typing is Goddess of Knowledge, Ismiene. And 2 words, and only 2 words, come up on the screen.
Come on.
And it says sealed away.
Nuts. Why?
And Seren
Why? Just
turns
why?
to you guys and says, "What do we do?"
What will they do? Who has the power to seal away a literal goddess? How will our heroes complete the quest that Ismiene gave them now and free Crane's rest?
We'll have to find her. We'll have to fool her.
I'll find her.
Can anything really stop the god of power after all?
Let's go to Crane's Rest.
No.
Well, I'm not.
Find out next time on
I can give you shortbread cookies.
The Kids Table.